I'm going to go over quickly how to mix up the buckets at Zebulon Pottery. I'm going to go over a couple of quick rules, and then I'm going to show you guys the best way to dip. So quickly going over a couple of rules. First, we're only ever going to open one bucket at a time. Now, when it comes to stirring these buckets, you're going to take your brush and you're going to stir for about 2 minutes. Now, there's no such thing as over stirring, but there is definitely under stirring. Now, if you under stir, it will not only mess up the glaze mixture, but your pot's not going to come out nice. So take the time to mix up these buckets really well. You're going to go against the sides, back and forth, and you're going to go north, south, east, and west on the bottom of the bucket, and try your best to run the seam to get that glaze as mixed as you possibly can. This is really important. Now, the other thing is, when you're mixing your glazes, you don't want to accidentally get glaze from one bucket into the other. That will mess up the mixture in those buckets. That's why we keep, we only have one bucket open at a time. So when it comes time to dip your pot, you're going to grab the tongs, you'll grab your pot, and then you don't have to squeeze super hard. And then all you're going to do is go in and out. You want to be quick. And I want to scoop and then have it draining upside down just like this. So smooth but quick, in and out. Right? And the thing is these are formulated to be dipped. You don't have to be in the bucket very long. And if you're in the bucket too long, it's going to cause problems. Your pot's going to get messed up. It's going to make a mess for the studio that the person who's loading and unloading the kiln has to clean up. So if you notice how long I waited before I flipped it over, okay, and I still got a little bit of a run, and that's because I didn't wait quite long enough before I flipped it over. Now, I'm going to show you what you need to do next before this can be put into the kiln. What you're going to do is take and close the one you just used up. You're going to wash off your tongs in the water bucket. Nice thing about this is it is pretty quick. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and you're good. And then you can take and hang them right back up in that little holder. Before we can load this pot, we need to wipe off the bottom. So you'll take your sponge, a wet sponge, and you're going to wipe off the bottom. Right? This is not something you're going to have to scrub at. That glaze should come off fairly easy. And then I will post another video on how to use wax resist and other ways of decorating your pot. But for right now, this is the simplest way of getting that pot ready to be loaded in the kiln. Now this pot goes into a bucket. It gets a slip with your name and phone number on it and gets loaded on the glaze cart. So last few rules, you're always going to leave it better than you found it. So please help us by wiping down any glaze that got dripped on these boards. Yeah, that's basically it.